Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2015. It's Ekayani, your health and lifestyle coach from Greenpoint, Brooklyn. And today I want to talk about a topic that's controversial. I want to talk about milk. Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? I have a lot of friends who I love dearly that are vegans, and I completely appreciate and understand their motivation for their lifestyle choice. I also have a number of clients, friends, people that I consider friends at this point who are lactose intolerant, people that have multiple, food allergies, all kinds of things. And so I just came back from a farm visit, actually, it's been a couple of weeks now, to the only slaughter-free dairy farm in the entire United States. So when you consider the distortion of our food and our food supply, the way food is seen, the way it has been impregnated with pesticides, the way animals are given feed, which was never natural to them. In the case of cows, you have cows being fed genetically modified soy. Of course, a cow's natural food is grass and not soy. Although grains for them in the winter and hay, of course, is a staple food, since obviously they can't go out to the pasture grounds in the winter. The lack of cleanliness, the lack of compassion, and the lack of a vision of treating the cow, and I'm referring to the male and the female, the bull and the oxen, really as cherished companions, as family members. In the Vedic version, or a little bit of the philosophy, the living philosophy I want to introduce you today, where the cow is seen as the mother because she gives milk, and there's so many beneficial things that can be derived from milk. And the father is the bull or the oxen because he plows and he grinds, and his strength, provided that we have developed a loving relationship with this very powerful animal, is actually quite beneficial. Gets rid of the need for using such things as tractors, fossil fuels, which of course are also is another factor in degrading our environment, and something that is used in the animal husbandry and cruelty that is inflicted on these heavenly, celestial living creatures. So from the version that I'm speaking of, the cow is actually considered to be sent from heaven, actually heaven sent, and the milk is celestial. It's compared to nectar in the texts of India. Because if you've ever had milk, like I've had milk, from a cow that is not in fear of being slaughtered at the end of a 4-year cycle or a 5-year cycle, that is treated with love and kindness, who has got nothing but the best in terms of food, whose stalls are kept immaculately clean, who are not separated from their offspring, from the calves and the little cows when they're born, that are allowed to nurse them properly and develop that they also have a loving relationship. You'll begin to understand when you taste it that there's absolutely no comparison to the industrialized, filthy milk that is promoted and touted as food in industrialized North America. So, just really briefly here, Desi milk, or Deshi milk, which is the kind of milk that I'm talking about from protected cows, has benefits for the brain. Now, the brain, you may not fully realize, is made up of fat. It's largely made up of fat, and is the center of the nervous system, and of course cognition, and so many important functions that we need to carry out in our lifetime. So omega-3 fatty acids and omega-6 fatty acids are actually a requirement by the brain to be able to function properly, to develop brain tissue. Now, this can be had in the form of deshi milk. Before you would consume such high-quality milk, you would heat it up 3 times on the stove. And if you like, you can add a little cardamom to it also. Cardamom is a great digestive aid. It's also anti-mucoid, if anyone who is concerned about that. And drinking it hot makes it easier to digest. So, not cold, but hot milk in the evening. This actually helps develop and support the brain and the brain tissue and brain function. Now, why is that important? That's important because as human beings, we need to be able to analyze problems. We need to be able to think clearly. We don't want to end up in the years where we're actually supposed to be offering our wisdom to the people that are younger than us, our children, our grandchildren, falling victim to Alzheimer's, where we can't even remember our name, let alone our hard-earned life experiences and wisdom that we have to offer to the community. So I'm going to keep this video brief. I'm probably going to do a small series based on this because I teach a class in cow protection, the sacred cow, why Cow Protection Heals Society, where I am offering wisdom and practical nuggets of why this isn't just sentimental and how this is actually practical, and that if we change our relationship with Gomata, with Mother Cow, we can experience a decrease in violence, we can experience peace, we can experience an end to fossil fuels because cow manure and cow dung is an excellent source of fuel. Biomethane can be made from that without having to drill the earth, and so many other benefits. It's unbelievable. So stay tuned. I'm also planning another farm trip in the spring, so stay tuned with that. I have another Facebook page where I'm going to be promoting that. That's my music page, Ekayani, Ekayani. All right, until the next time, be well. And I welcome your questions. I know this is controversial, but I feel that it's kind of like, something is sort of touted as being good or bad. Like asbestos was thought to be great. So many different things because only half the picture is understood. So it's important to understand the 360-degree reasons for things, a depth of understanding, and how our use or misuse of resources and can pervert and dramatically change something that its an original state is actually beneficial. And that's what I want to get to here. Thank you very much. Until the next time, be well. Brushed, and they are loving it. They're so sweet. Look how beautiful, beautiful eyes, so affectionate. And then the pooch is very excited. Aww. Oh yeah, that feels good. That feels so good. Oh, and look, here's our friend the Billy Goat. Hi. How are you today, Mr. Billy?